Hey guys, my name is Moth or Barn Ultimatum, and today I am going to be showing you some KO Molly and Knife lineups on Ascent. KO is a really strong operator right now, and if you know some great lineups for him, then he can be even more useful for you. So without further ado, let's get into the lineups. First one that I'm going to show you here is going to be a CT lineup. You're going to get into this back corner outside of B main and line the edge of your UI up with this notch in the brick. You're going to see this knife is going to fly out and land on top of the tree. Not a very checked angle. Next one is going to go to market. Same location as the CT one. Again, you're going to line a slightly different notch up. And you're just going to sort of tuck it into the brick on the wall there. Obviously, you can pause the video if I'm going a little fast, but this gets the entirety of market with that knife. Next one is going to be for bottom, mid, and market. You're going to line yourself up here in between the 6th and 7th brick on the floor against this wall, and you're going to take the left notch on your UI, and you're going to find this little hole in the wall, circled right there. And it's just going to be a regular throw. And you're going to see this knife is going to land right on the roof of market and catch the entirety of market as well as top mid. And it's pretty hard to shoot out. Next one's going to be for back B site. If you're maybe in a 1vx situation and you want to try to convince the other team that maybe you're rotating towards B, or you're here at a lurk play and you still want to be useful to your teammates on the other side of the map. What you're going to do is you're going to line yourself up with the first line on the building and the top of this tower right here. But you're going to go a little bit above the tower because you see here with the jump throw, if you don't go a little bit up, then you will hit the tree. So you can see just right above that line, that knife is going to fly out. And as you're going to see here on the map here in a second, that knife will land at the back of B site. And I'm just going to show you the visual confirmation as well, just so you don't think it, hits something above the site. That knife does indeed fly all the way over and hit the back of B site. Next one we're going to show is Heaven. It's really simple. You're going to find that notch on the pavement right there, the second notch, the top of it, and it's just a simple left click, and that's going to fly out and hit the building behind Heaven, which is really useful because it's protected by the scaffolding. So it's very hard to shoot out, which I'm going to show you here. You can see there it hits that building right on the pillar, and it's a slightly unexpected angle, and also unless you're straight up looking for it, it's going to be very hard to react and shoot it out. Next one is for Heaven End Window. This is a much more tough one because you have to have complete mid control because you're very exposed to top middle, but you're just going to find that little hole in between the two walls there and just nestle the edge of your UI into that. And it's a nice left click, and as you see here, it's going to fly out, hit the roof. Again, not an expected spot, and it's going to get most of Heaven and the entirety of the window. Alright, the next thing that we're going to cover is mollies. This one's for front generator plants, a very common plant spot. You're going to head back into A main, get in the corner here, and you're going to aim at this little notch right there, and it's going to be a left click throw, and that's going to fly perfectly and land right next to the spike. The other location is going to be on Catwalk in this corner. You're going to line the notch up of the UI with this notch on the wire on the top. Again, just a left click throw. That one's going to fly out and again land right on the bomb, just depending on which position you prefer to play. Post plant. Next location we're going to talk about is front dice or Tetris. I've heard it called both dice or Tetris, whatever you prefer, but that's the spot for that the bomb is going to sit. The first mod that I'm going to show you is going to be very similar to the front Jenny one. You're going to line the notch up in between these two notches all the way close to the wall. Left click throw, and that one's going to fly out and land almost right on top of the bomb. And then the final location for this is again on Cat in the same spot we were before. You're going to line yourself up with the top of the line on the wall there, and that one's going to land right on the bomb. Just going to show it to you here again, real quick, slower, so you know exactly where I'm talking about. Again, this notch with this line on the wall, on the top, just below the wire, and a left click throw will absolutely get the job done. Land it pretty much dead on the spike. Next, we're going to be talking about B site. First spot is default or back Tetris, depending on what you call it. You're going to come out here next to this wall, and you're going to line this little flare on the UI up with this first line on the door frame, and it's just going to be a simple left click, and that's going to fly and land itself right next to the bomb for a great molly spot. And this last one that I'm going to show you here is a little more complicated, but I'm just going to show you this molly again just to reiterate. Just in simple left click, it's going to fly out, land pretty much right on the bomb. Can't go wrong with that. And the last one that I'm going to show you here is behind tall box. It's a little bit of an unorthodox plant spot, but you know, if you want to mix it up on people, you're going to take, again, the edge of your UI and lock it into this little hole in the sign, and you're going to do a jump throw, but not a traditional jump throw. It's more of a jump and then throw, as opposed to, you know, a jump throw that you might see in Counter-Strike, where you do it at the same time. So here I am demonstrating that again. You can see there's a little bit of a delay in where I let go of left click, and that's going to give it that extra length. And I'm just going to demonstrate to you what a typical jump throw would look like and how that's going to fall short. This one definitely does take a little bit of practice to get down, but as soon as you nail the mechanic of jumping and then throwing as opposed to doing it simultaneously, it's going to be a lot easier. And that's all of the lineups I have for you today on Haven. Please let me know if you'd like to see more content like this. I love finding these lineups on all the maps in Valorant. I think it really adds a level of complexity to your game that, you know, similar to Sova darts and drones and stuff like that, can really bring another level to your KO gameplay. So with that, I am going to bid you farewell. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya!